Okay, we are officially live. So if you're out there,
Oh, wow.
hello, it's 7:01 Eastern Standard Time, Monday night, November the 14th. If it's any time after that, you are in the replay. So if you tag us, we might respond, but you ain't live with us. So if you're live with us, let us know. And I'm going to my Facebook
Same here.
uh, so I can share. Oh, we are live. I can see us. Closed captions, auto generated. Let me, I'm posting it on my pages. I'm posting it in my stories. I think there's somebody out there, unless that's me. It just calculates my own self. Oh yeah, it might be because I did hit the thumbs up.
It says three up
So
there.
yeah, so I don't think anybody's with us yet. So we'll save our what's going on, what's happening for a few moments.
Heyo. Oh,
Did you
one other
just put a
person.
heart?
No, I didn't. So one other person came on in here.
Ooh. So hello, somebody else is out there. Hey, Brenda Wood. I can see on my phone. I can see who shows up.
Oh,
So
I'm like, how do you
so
get the cheat
hello.
codes?
Who what?
I said, how'd you get? Oh, there's. I see it now. I said, how'd you get the cheat codes? I couldn't see anybody.
Yeah.
No fair.
Ooh. Hello from
Hello,
snowy
Brenda.
Taos. It's snowing in New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Is that a little north? I can't think of where that is. Well, I did see something that said this could be the coldest winter on record, and they said snow in Florida question mark.
Wow.
The last time and the only time it snowed in my 56 years of being alive was in 1976 because I remember making a snowman that was about 6 inches tall.
Oh, you're
And
so precious.
yeah, and it was melted before I got home. There was only like frost in the shady parts. It was gone
Mm-hmm.
quick. It was gone quick.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
yeah, 5 inches. Wow. Are you
Whoa.
got wow. So Brenda and yeah, okay, you are in the north. Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
We it was raining. It started raining on Saturday, and then it started turning to snow flurries. And I was like, "Oh, this is what we're doing today. Cool."
No way.
And then yesterday we had some snow flurries, but nothing stuck. It wasn't enough to stick. But yeah, we had some flurries, which was crazy because this
Wow.
past week the weather had been 60s, 70s, ridiculous, wonderful.
Wow.
So, it's
That
coming,
is
y'all.
neat. Yeah, winter is coming. Let's just go ahead
Winter
and
is
say it.
coming.
Winter is. I miss those moments of pressing play and having an episode of Game of Thrones I've never seen before roll across my face. We're not doing House of Dragons. I don't know if it's good or not. I'm not
I
reading
haven't
anything.
I haven't seen it, but I will say I was started watching The Unnaturals and on Netflix, and it's like a mashup of Supernatural and Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
Oh, it is
okay.
great. And the
Hey,
third
Diana.
episode, hey Diana, the third episode is called the Epissimus. Epissimus. I think it's how you pronounce it. It's whatever. But it's tarot in this third episode, and it's funny because they have like this secret society ceremony, and one of the characters' names was um I think it was like Alex Crawley, and so like Aleister Crowley, and then Pamela, instead of Pamela Coleman Smith, it was like Patricia Coleman Cross, I think was her name. And I was just
Wow.
like, oh my God. So like the whole thing was about like
You.
with tarot, and
It's
it
like
was
you know
dope.
the references.
Right. I was like, I looked it up and I was like, and so an epistemists, who the girl was, she was like a natural like psychic. And like
Oh,
she could touch people and like see stuff about them and things. It was really a
oh,
cool
cool.
episode. So The Unnaturals is the name of the
All right,
show.
I'm gonna have to watch it on my own. We finished watching all of the Playboy life or whatever, the Hugh Hefner story, the early.
Okay.
It was fascinating,
Mm,
fascinating what he did because he really there was a lot of good stuff, but there was also a lot of it's
yeah.
objectifying women and stuff. I mean, he was on the cutting edge of so many things.
Hmm.
But we just last night we got through half of one episode and we had to like turn it off so we could go to bed, and then we finished that and we started the second episode of the Dahmer story.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh my gosh.
people have so much. I mean, I can understand because people were saying that it was first off, Netflix apparently did not ask the families to shoot this and put it out. So it was like trauma over and coming up, and then people were dumber for Halloween because it was a big thing. So it was a
Ooh,
thing. But listening to people as they were watching it, I'm like, wow, is it that like is that? But Boog and I watched it, and I was fascinated. But I'm always fascinated by stuff I can't
yeah,
understand. Of just his story, just who he
yeah.
was as a person and how it got to where it got to.
Well, and then so you see two things. One, the first episode was disturbing, but
Yes.
as a gay man, it's going to disturb probably almost every
Yeah.
gay man. But then now the second episode, just what you said, it's literally wicked. You know, how did she become so wicked? It's like
Hmm.
because I remember being deep in the church. I remember going, "Why is everybody hating on Judas? I mean, he just did what he's supposed to do." And so, oh my gosh, Phantom of the Opera.
Hmm.
Why was he that hated and scared? And
Exactly.
it's like how did they get to that point? I love
Hmm.
to find that out because the psychological
Yes.
ramifications. And the other thing that I always think of is, hello, there were red flags all along the way
Baby,
that some
lying.
if we were aware more, because we weren't aware back in the early
No,
80s,
not at
but if
all.
we were aware or
Yep.
we were willing,
Hmm.
we might have been able to say, ooh,
Hmm.
that's something we need to address,
Yeah.
because what's the one thing they say about serial killers and when they were children? If they abused or killed
Almost.
animals, watch out, watch
Hmm.
out.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
like the narcissistic, psychopathic. If
Hmm.
they harmed animals or
Yep.
like tortured them and stuff, watch out, because mm, yeah,
Hmm.
there's something kind of shut off there. At least
Hmm.
that's what the psychotherapists and analysts have said.
Right.
But
But
it is fascinating because I was like, oh my
yeah.
gosh, his dad took him to pick up roadkill.
Right.
Which part of me was also like, well, that's cool. He and his dad are finding a moment to bond over,
Hmm.
but
Hey,
can't they
Trisha.
do it? Can't they do it over cooking or something?
And part of my thing was like, okay, if that was something that he was interested in, it's like, okay, find out what your kid is into, but figure out how to channel that into
Yeah,
a good lane.
yeah,
I'm like, he could have went into being a mortuary science individual, a mortician, a taxidermist,
yeah, yeah. Hey, Trisha.
But
Yeah, so it is. Like I said, we're just on episode number 2, so we'll see
yeah,
how it goes.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean, great performances all
oh,
the way around by, yeah,
oh.
Evan Peters. He does dark so well. He's from
Is
American
that
Horror
the
Story.
lead?
Yeah, he does American
Oh,
Horror Story stuff,
okay.
and yeah, he is just phenomenal. And it's funny because like outside of that, like he's really goofy, really bubbly, really, but he
Was
plays
he
the
in
dark
Was
characters.
he in Horror Story Coven? Because that's the only season I saw was the Coven, the New Orleans Coven. I need to watch some more.
Yes, in Coven,
Oh
he was the
my God, he was
boyfriend.
the boy.
Yes. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, you're right. As I said that, I
Yep.
realized that was him.
Yep.
That they put him back together. I mean,
Yep.
oh
Hmm.
my God, this is, hey Barrett. This
Hey
this poor
there.
kid has been all around dismemberment.
And
Resume
Evan, and he's like
dismemberment.
he's been a staple in since the very beginning. And I think after, because when I stopped watching it when Cult came out because it was just too close to home. It was too real. But
Uh-huh.
after Cult, like he had to take a break. I think didn't do the next season because he was just like, I need a break from
Yeah,
all of this. But yeah, yes,
yeah,
he is an excellent actor. Absolutely.
definitely, definitely.
So,
So V, what's been going on with you? What else? You going to
so
share your post about Tyrese?
we put it out there, sure. So, y'all, I got to meet Tyrese last night, Tyrese Gibson. If anybody has ever watched Transformers or The Fast and the Furious, or ever listened to his music, he's the handsome brown chocolate bald head man
Ooh,
with
ooh.
a smile like, yes. Um, I got to meet him last night. There was a concert here in the city, and my wonderful hubby got to be his opening DJ. And so we were able to party and, well, not party, I can't say. We were able to have a good time at the concert, and we got to meet him backstage. So it was really, really nice. But outside of that, I finished my certification. I am a certified transformational arts practitioner. Um, but I'm certified for transformational life and success coaching. So I'm super excited. I got my diploma and everything. Um, and I
And that
am
was no
on,
joke. That was how many hours?
it was 350 hours. So
That's a
this was
part-time
not,
job.
it was not a fly by night thing at all.
That's like
And
if
so,
anybody's ever been through yoga training, they know what I mean. They know what the 100, the 200, the 300, the
yes.
yeah, that's a lot of hours.
So, so yeah, 350 hours. It was a year-long program. I learned so much, and I feel so equipped to continue to read because everybody needs to get read, but to take that next step and that next level to actually do the work to create, to design, to uh, your decadence by design is the thing. It's like design your best life, you know, but I'm gonna help people get there. So,
Cool.
and I finally have an idea, so I'm writing a book.
Yay! And so, can you share with like where you are in that journey? Like who
In the book, with the book,
proposal accepted, presented?
no proposal being written,
Okay,
but I have talked to an editor at a publishing house. So I was
and
able
you
to get
got
the
good
information.
connections. So
I was able to talk to someone that was able to give me information on what is needed for a book proposal because all of this is green, all of this is brand new. And so the pieces and the parts to submit for a book proposal. So I plan to do that by January. January is my deadline for submitting my proposal. My goal is to have it published something by the spring or fall of 24. That is my goal. That's what I'm working towards. So,
yay!
yay!
And so it is.
And so it shall be.
I'm doing
So,
a cheer. Yes. And so it is.
yes. So, oh, and thank you, Barry. Yes, I taught my class, The Fool. It was Tarot for Self Confidence featuring the Fool. So that class was really awesome. We talked about the different energies of the Fool, when to embody those energies, what we take on our journeys with us, that Uranus energy, and we got to learn about our Fool key. So, what was that?
The Uranus.
You know, that's
The
why I don't
little,
say it that way.
it's the Uranus, the little hole. Uranus.
Uranus or Uranus. So,
Uranus.
thank you guys. So,
Yay.
what's been going on with you?
Um, I have been doing a lot of, I've studied this before, took classes before from Pam Coronado, but I'm back into remote viewing, studying it more of the control remote viewing, which is what the government did. So, really kind of focusing on that. And it's so funny doing something kind of new. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, gosh, sometimes I'm like, man, I suck. But, but it's like, because I was like, hey, I'm learning to juggle, but I've
Yeah.
juggled two balls before, but now I'm juggling four. It's like, okay, I know how to juggle, but
Pause.
I've got more balls in the air. So yes, that's the reference I'm going to use. Um, let's see.
Sorry, in
I'm
the
excited
visual.
about
Well,
StarCon coming up in January.
yes.
You're going,
Yes.
right? Or no? You're
Not
going
to
Tide.
StarCon. No, I'm going to Tide.
Tide.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
try to
what?
go to, yeah, I'm gonna try to go to Newts too, but Tide,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, Newts is when I'm on vacation with Fabian's birthday. So StarCon, going to that. I'll be leading the improv entertainment on Friday night, which
Mm-hmm.
is fun. And then I'll do an afterglow about animal communication. I did send a little proposal to Tide. We'll see how that goes. I know there's like a cutoff date of the discounted price. So did you send anything into or no?
I'm still in my brain about what I want to teach, so I haven't said anything yet. But I know the
Yeah.
deadline is looming.
Yeah, because I said something, and Michelle was like, "You're going to put a proposal in, right?" And it was like in front of everybody. So then I private messaged her, and I'm like, "Okay, literally, here are the six things." I was like, "This one I would love to do. This one I was like, I'm dying to do. This one I'm still thinking about working on. This one I've done before. So I gave like six things, and she's kind of like, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" So I can't remember what I think. I think I might have done improv to improve your tarot skills because that's so much fun to do and it's so
Mm-hmm.
interactive.
Yep.
So, so we'll see if I get accepted or not. But yeah, excited about that. Yeah, Barrett, I don't know where Danny Hill is. We'll see if he shows up. Tag him. Did you? Is that maybe you tagged him? Maybe when you said where's he at? Maybe you tagged him. Yeah,
StarCon is
tag
in
him in your.
January.
Yeah, Sarkon January like 19, 20, 21, something like that.
I don't know. I need to look at see what I can if I can pull that together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the hotel is a nicer hotel. I'll just say that. So it's
Oh,
it's it's a little more expensive, but worth it.
okay.
It's not like New York. Nothing was like New York.
Right.
So we know
Right.
what it's like to go and spend the money on ourselves. But yeah. So definitely going to StarCon. Definitely going to Tide. So excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, so Trisha, I have a favor. If you feel so led, my son's old truck got stolen from the storage facility.
Oh no.
I saw that post. It belonged to his grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
and he was restoring it. It has great sentimental value, and all the grandkids learn to drive it. If you have any input on if it will be recovered, you know what? So it's so funny, Tricia, because I saw that a couple times, and I was like, I just need to tap in like remote view and see if I could. But every time I wasn't at a place where I could do it, so then I would forget. So yes, I will do something. V, do you want to either tap in, pull some cards, or do something? Because she's basically saying,
Sure.
will it be recovered? So,
Sure.
and you guys, we're going to get a list and we're going to get names and we'll do some readings, but we've got a small group tonight. So let's go and do that. Let's do this. So Trisha, I'm going to put you down as number one and we'll tap into that. So at this point, if you would like a one card reading from me and V, we're not going to do specific questions. This is Trisha, who we've been. She's a faithful, so
Mm-hmm.
we're going to do this. And she goes back with me for years, back to Cosmic
Mm-hmm.
Caffeine, so like 10 years ago. So if you want to get on our list, and we've got a list of 8, and I know there's just a few of you here, so just type in the chat box me, and that's going to give us permission to do a reading for you, and then we'll start off with Trish. So yes. So Barrett, you got to type the word me to give us permission. You know the drill.
Barrett number 2.
So Barrett number
Brenda.
2, got it.
Brenda number 3.
Got it, Brenda.
Diana number 4.
I was gonna say, is Dinah still here?
Mm-hmm. I think that's all that's
So
checked in.
say again. Yeah, yeah, it could
I
be
said
it.
I think that's all that's checked in tonight.
So and I'm gonna Trish, I'm gonna do
Oh,
something here. I'm gonna.
hold on, Nanette.
Oh, Nanette is number
Mm-hmm.
5. Trish, I'm going to your Facebook page because I want to have a picture of the truck. Okay, so okay, so we'll close it off at those 5 there, and we'll do a collective if nobody else jumps in.
Sounds good.
Remember, wait for people to give you permission to do readings. It's always important. So V, I'll let you go first because I'm going to kind of tap in. I've got the image of the truck. I'm just going to tap in and see what I get here.
It's funny because I am also going to. I actually pulled out my Lenormand for that one um,
Okay.
to see, and I charged the truck. I mean, I charged the ship because that is the method of transportation. Um, and so what I came up with is the scythe and the ship in the center, and then the star on the other side. Let me get into my camera. And so honestly, this feels very positive. There seems to be like the Knicks so to speak, on the vehicle. But with the star on the other side, the star talks about hope. It talks about optimism. It talks about the future, so to speak. Um, and my mm, shadow card, the bottom of the deck is the stork. And the stork is talking about improvement and movement, but it's also this feeling or the card of going away and coming back. The stork goes away and it relocates and it comes back. So it doesn't necessarily stay where it flies off to. And then I did pull a tarot card and I got the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there will be this element of give, take and give instead of give and take, but take and give. So I do feel like it will be recovered. Um, yeah. And it feels with this Six of Pentacles, um, I don't know, it just feels like this element of generosity, something given back, um, to you. So I feel like it like a yes, it will be recovered. So,
And Trish, I so imagine, and this is like Lake Apopka, and I know I looked and I know it was a Apopka area. So this is down. I was drawn to this area down here, which is kind of like Oakland, and I pulled zoomed in because I pulled open a map to see where it was. Oakland and Gourd Neck Springs. So just kind of write down those things. Someone else told me it would come back. Okay, good. But yeah, so like, and I keep seeing like a red roof.
mm,
And of course, my first thought was there's red roof inns. So check any red roof inns. Obviously, be careful. Don't go looking on your own or anybody because you
mm-hmm,
don't know who you're going to run up on. But and you know how um, like when a house has like the boarding where it's like square, like that, and it's like that would be painted one color and the rest of the house another color. So like a farmhouse style kind of a thing, or barn. Yes, Bear, like a barn is what I keep feeling too. But
mm-hmm,
that Oakland out to Gourd Neck Springs, somewhere out in that area. So just again keep that in mind. Um, and I feel like someone is going to call or email or message or something and kind of say, I saw that truck here, and it's got like a lead. I feel like there's going to be a lead. So homeless guys were trespassed at the storage lot that evening. It was stolen. Okay,
mm,
okay. So that could be maybe what area they're in. So, but I do feel like someone's going to, and I apologize that I didn't listen to anything you said, D, because I was down
oh,
here.
no, it's fine.
But but tell me if anything matches up with what you said. But I do feel like someone is going to kind of like say, "Hey, I saw it," or like someone's going to point to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, mine were the scythe with I charged the ship for transportation and then the star.
Okay.
So the scythe is about, it being mixed, but then the star at the end here is talking about that hope, that optimism, talking about the future. Um, and then I got the Six of Pentacles, and that's like that take and give or that sense of reciprocity. I feel
Yeah.
like it's coming back. So,
And and also, I know this is going to sound funny, but take gas whenever you go get it because I feel like
mm-hmm.
it ran out of gas and they just abandoned it. That's I keep feeling like
Ooh,
it just. It's like I keep seeing like the gas is cut off.
mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and
Yeah,
the bottom
reaching
of my
out to the
deck was
community.
the stork, and so we know that's like that relocation. It goes and it comes back.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So yeah, I would reach out, especially with the sentimental value of the truck, and maybe
mm-hmm.
find some like the next door app, and maybe
Ha!
go to the Oakland area and type in next door. Page
Yes.
is broken. Yeah. So
Nice.
maybe hit the next door app and put some pictures and say, hey, if anybody's seen this, please email us at this. I wouldn't put your phone number out there. I put an email address.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. And I set the intention that it will come back in great shape,
Mm-hmm.
but take your gas
Mm-hmm.
can with you.
Yep.
All right. So thanks, Trisha, for letting us tap into that. Yeah. All right. So we will go to Barrett next. So Barrett will pull a one card from each of us.
Oh, what's your number? How many do we have?
Oh, we only have five, and then we'll do like a collective.
I'll do four today.
Use
You're
number
welcome,
4.
Trisha.
I'm going to do number 5. All right, so Barrett, number 2s. So, by the way, if you did not get on our list or you're watching in the replay, you can pick a number 2, 3, 4, or 5 and just piggyback along with one of the other readings. We keeping you up, V?
Baby, listen.
You had a late night with Tyrese. That's all I'm going to say. I wish your husband could hear me.
He in another room taking a nap. He don't care.
Okay. I heard him coughing earlier. I was like, is he okay?
So, all right. Um,
So Barrett said he's had 36 hours today.
whew. All right. So number two, Barrett and the number twos. Hmm. All right. And so here I have the Ten of Swords.
Whew.
So this Ten of Swords here is, talking about a different perspective, especially in the way that you're either thinking about something, the way that you're seeing something. You're not a victim. Okay. So this is you stepping out of victim mentality and thinking things are happening to you and allowing yourself to receive that they're happening for you in order for you to make some different decisions. Okay. Of course, the tens roll over into the ones, which talk about things that are new ideas, new levels of communication. But I feel like there's something here about owning um, owning your lessons, and once again, like I said, not feeling as though things are happening to you, but really taking a different look at what is happening, why it repeats itself, and how you can begin to shift how you think about it and then how you speak about it. And of course, it's always about boundaries, boundaries that you have. Um, for other people and then respecting the boundaries that other people have for you as well. Okay? So I hope that resonates.
And Ten of Swords is Gemini. Just saying. Just saying, Barrett.
Bear, are you
All right.
Gemini?
Shut up.
Oh, tee on
So,
the tee.
so more Gemini here. So yeah, so again, going off of what V said, I'm just going to add on. I'm like, but I'm really drawn to the castle in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And Barrett, I don't know, I can't remember now if you're working from home or you're in, but it's like really really keep work and home separate if you
Mm-hmm.
because I think you have a home office now still, so make sure you're really separating that, however that looks, with the door, with the screen, with something. Really make sure you're separating that so when you walk away you can have that and not feel like you're trapped there completely. Bear, because I know you and some of the stuff that you do, I would really encourage you to do a little cleansing around this situation, because I don't want you to take this to bed tonight. This is more spirit information. So it's like, I want you to cleanse this. I'm going to put the card down. I want you to cleanse the situation from, as you put it, this asshole you had to deal with, because I don't want you to take it to bed tonight. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
infiltrate your sleep and your dreams. Yeah, I want you to find that release. However, you know what to do. This is part of your work and your life and your stuff. But and realize this person, they're not bound by heavy bandages or anything. It's and I feel like you got one eye peeking out into this bandage there, so it's like you're looking. So you got this. But yeah, I would do some your own type of cleansing and releasing. So yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully that will help. All right, we're going to Brenda next.
Brenda.
Oh, and by the way, I don't think we talked about this. I'm using the Tarot Original 1909, which is many of our friends. Shasta Graham wrote the book on it, but it's also a
Mm.
Waite Smith deck by
Sorry.
by Patricia Coleman Smythe.
I can't. Um, I am reading with the Dark Mansion. I don't know who did the Dark Mansion. I never had the original box. I bought it from Jamie Sawyer. So, but the
That's
Dark
not
Mansion,
that's not Sasha. No, what's hers? Hers is the Dark
the
Wood.
Haunted Mansion, and the Dark Wood.
Okay, yeah,
Yep, she's got both. Yeah, the Haunted Mansion and the Dark Wood. And this one is the
that's
Dark
funny.
Mansion.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused. All right, so Brenda and all of the number threes. What number did you end up picking?
Oh,
Um,
5. I went with 5.
okay. All right, so Brenda, for you. Ooh, I love it. Brenda, the Queen of Wands.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. It is time for you, if you haven't already, to step into your power, step into your confidence. Okay. There's so much feminine energy that you can use to manifest and bring in the things that you are wanting. Okay. This Queen of Wands is very dynamic. She's very bold. You are beautiful. She's the one that kind of plants seeds and then sits on her throne and then allows things to come to her. So she's also very receptive. So if you've been acting in your divine masculine of, going out and doing this and being aggressive and all of that, now it's time for you to allow yourself to receive, to assert yourself, to allow yourself to be seen, to show up just as you are, but in allowing yourself to receive. Okay. Also, I don't know how you are about compliments, but allow yourself to have them. Allow yourself to receive them. There are so many of us that get compliments from other people, and then we play this game of hot potato with the compliment. So somebody might say, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair." And then sometimes we'll go, "Oh, thank you. Oh my God, it's been so long since I've gotten it done and I paid this much for it." Da, da, da. But look at your shoes. Like your shoes are amazing. Allow yourself to just receive the compliment and just say thank you, you know? So step out into your divine feminine. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be creative as well. Okay? So I hope that resonates for you, Brenda.
And then Brenda, from me, we've got the 7 of Swords. So I would also say be very conscious of, who's living rent free in your head. And that could go along with those compliments, because I almost feel like a lot of us, we get the compliment and we do our little dance and our little back and forth, and then we walk away and we go, oh man, I should have just, or maybe we second guess. It's like I'm just going to take these 5 swords and go and leave the other 2 behind.
Uh-huh.
So the 7 of Swords for me is a lot of times backing away from a lot of the mental drama. This is Aquarius energy, and it can really help you to move away from the stuff that is just put too much heaviness on you. Again, this person is there's the 7 of Swords, but they're like, I'm gonna take my 5 swords and get out of here, even though I can't carry those other 2, which is
Mm-hmm.
getting rid of the stuff that's too heavy in your head, too heavy on your mind. And this card in the olden days was like theft and thievery and stealing, and it's swords. So I liken that, why I think it's like the mental energy. What are they stealing from you? Who's living rent free? So be
Mm-hmm.
very conscious of that, and know that you want to be conscious, because then the next one is that 8 of Swords, which we've already seen, which is tied up and wrapped up in that drama. And it's like, I want you to avoid that and move past that, get past that. So, and I did shuffle the cards, by the way. I keep shuffling in between too.
I wanted to put a little bit of a
Hey, Dan.
oomph on that again. Hey, Deanne, with this Queen of Wands and with that Seven of Swords, what immediately came to mind was the energies of like Marilyn Monroe or like Dolly Parton, where they really stood in their confidence. They really, allowed themselves to be seen, but they were also able to take some things for themselves by being this how they showed up, so to speak. Dolly Parton, if you just look at her, even Marilyn Monroe, people just thought she was just like a quote unquote dumb blonde, very smart, like understood how to work the system with who they were, what they put out, and what they allowed themselves to receive. So I just wanted to add that onto the end of that. So, yeah.
Yes, Barrett, if they ask, you can give, but just be conscious about overstepping. So, yeah, so thank you, Brenda. Hope that makes some sense.
Yes, yes.
All right, we're going to number 4 with Diana. And this B, you're piggybacking on this with Diana.
I'm yes. All
So,
right, let's
number
see.
4s, if you chose to be number 4, here we go.
You are so welcome, Brenda. All right, so Diana and the number fours and myself. Oh, I love it. Ace of Wands. Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm like, yes. So, Ace of Wands here, new beginnings of creativity, passion, drive, intensity. Um, really staking some new ground in the world. Like things are turning over where your energy is coming back. You're excited about the adventure, about what's coming next, knowing that you have a hand in what is to come. Okay. Allow yourself to be excited. Allow yourself to be immersed in the possibilities or the ideas of what can be created because at the end of the day, anything can be created. It has a lot to do with our energy and how we allow ourselves to step into it and hold the energy in order for it to come to fruition. So, this is just the beginning. There's more to come. Get your energy on board, allow yourself to be excited. You know, some people wait until things start to move to just kind of jump on. It's like a scooter. Is that what I'm going to use? Or, um, I don't know why I'm seeing sorry, like a miner's cart. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing a miner's cart, but it's like rolling it alongside. And then once it gets momentum, then we jump inside and we just take off for the ride. This is saying get excited before it even takes off, because then that means you have even more ammunition to go further. So, yeah, I don't know why the miner's cart came to mind.
And now I'm on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and like that's where I am. Oh, oh my gosh.
The
So
miner's
all
cart
right,
on the
so
train
and
tracks.
so Diana, for you, I got, oh my gosh, I swear, every in between I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
My
So we got
goodness.
the Five of Swords. At least we're going backwards here. So this is, this is again, be conscious, understand. This is from Spirit. Understand who you're fighting and why you're fighting, and fighting more of like arguments, thoughts,
Mm,
conflicts. Understand who and why, because I feel like with this Five of Swords right now, Diana and V, it's like it's like just a reaction to things, and you're like, if you really paused and thought, why am I even saying anything, you'd be like, I ain't got no this, no, this has nothing
mm-hmm,
to do with me. I'm just going to check out and walk away. So it's almost like it's just a reaction to, and if we're stepping into more of a mindful moment, and then by understanding who you're fighting, why you're having the dialogue, it's like seeing somebody online make a post, and you're like, well, hell no, and you're like, whoa, 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 what, why is this even bothering me? It's like a
mm-hmm,
trigger, and it's like, why did it trigger you? Because if you know who and
mm-hmm,
why, then you might be able to move past that trigger,
mm-hmm.
because it feels like whatever it is, it's more about you than the situation or the other person at this moment.
Yeah.
um, yeah, and from Spirit, I'm back to like almost like that tree growing. So it's like I feel like by doing that, it's going to help you grow, foster the growth, and bring things into existence from a
Mm-hmm.
more pure place of being. That's what that feels
Gotcha.
like. Yeah. So
Yeah. And that
yeah.
makes
Whew.
sense. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, and triggers always come up to try to bring you back or slow you down or keep you in place in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah. And as I was shuffling, the the Knight of Swords just flew out. I'm like, I am not gonna get a sword this last card. I'm promised. So, of all things, no Toyota Rav4. Diana, is that what you have or hoping to get? Because I have a Toyota Rav4 and I love my Rav4. I'm going to get another one. It's going to be a hybrid this time though.
You really?
Yeah, I want to get not a full electric. I can no, I'm not ready to. I'm too old for that. I'm
Gotcha.
too old to think about where can I plug this in to get home. But I'll get a
Got it.
hybrid. I'll get a hybrid. So,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you, Diana. I hope that makes some sense. And V, I hope that makes some sense for you. And then
Yes.
Nanette, we're going to Nanette, let us know if you're out there still, Nanette.
Nanette. And number
Number
fives.
5, which is also me. I'm a piggyback. But it's about you, Nanette, not me. I'm just piggybacking.
Hoping to get it's my love. Ah, gotcha.
Okay, cool.
That Ace of Wands is not a bad deal for
And
something
I
new.
just pulled a card for you, Ace of Coins. So, yeah, I literally just went to the middle of the deck. So I
Yeah.
think it's coming.
All right,
Okay, Nanette's still there. Hey, Nanette.
Nanette, let's see.
At least I didn't pull another sword.
All right, Nanette. Oh, this is such a pretty card. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And so this Eight of Pentacles is talking about improvement, whether this is improvement in self or improvement with work. But it's about taking the time and putting in the due diligence, putting in the work, to move to the next level. If there's a ceiling over your head that you're trying to break through, continue to try to break through it. There's a different version of yourself. There's a different version of the projects that you're working on that need to come into existence, but it's going to take you doing the work to get there. Okay. You've already done a lot of work already, and work in itself as a whole, and evolution as a whole, it never really stops. So this is saying that we're giving you credit for what you've done thus far, but there's more for you. Okay. And allow yourself, it's interesting because it's like all these kind of gears that kind of work together. I think it's all built like on a bicycle in the beginning, and then all of these other things kind of sprout from it. So this is also saying that whatever you once were, you can change and be something completely different. Just make the blueprint for it and do the work. Okay.
And then from me, Nanette, the strength card. Hallelujah, it's not a sword. So, and be strong. I mean, I love this card for a lot of reasons because it's Leo energy. I love the lemniscate or the infinity sign up here.
Mm-hmm.
This is just step into the power of this. Step into the power of Leo. Leo is great. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. It's the I will, self-expression, enthusiasm, honor. It's just such great power. So this is from Spirit. Avoid rather than don't. Avoid being afraid of what you're going to be able to create, manifest, and bring to existence. Avoid being afraid of that. Step into it. Step into the use the lion and the strength as a power animal, if you will, and become that ferocious, courageous, unafraid being, and know that you've got that eternal power that you can
Mm-hmm.
move into. Um, and it's sun energy too. It's just a lot of bright, beautiful sunlight. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just step into that strength and know that things are going to prosper. Number 8 is material wealth. It's organization. It's self mastery. So there's a lot of great energy go along with the number 8 as well.
And this is the Eight of Pentacles.
Oh
So,
my gosh, that's right. So two eights.
mm-hmm.
And it's funny, I piggyback because the number 8 is my like it's my family's number. Everybody in my
Mm-hmm.
I attract so many eights. Fabian's the number 8. Everything. So
Aw.
yeah. So there you go, Nanette. Hope that made some sense for you.
Yes, yes.
Cool. And remember, you can. This is going to be on my page, Facebook page, so you can always go back if you didn't get all the information, or grab the link,
Mm-hmm.
put it on your calendar, and go back and look at it a week or two from now and see how it might have lined up with. I'm a big fan of revisiting spreads and looking back because it can help you understand what was being said and learn and grow
Mm-hmm.
from them at that time too. Thank you, Nanette. You're
Yes,
welcome. You're welcome.
yes.
Woo! What a fun one. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Oh, so V, as we're kind of
Mm-hmm.
bringing it to a close, what kind of specials and fun things you got going on? And I'll put
Ooh.
my links in the chat while you're talking.
What do I have going on? I am seriously considering doing um Tarot for Self-Confidence featuring the Magician, which would be the second class of the series for December. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking that I might put that up for the next time. Um, but really, I don't really have much. I have, coaching. That's what I'm kind of invested in at this moment, to help people to be like, my coaching is kind of like choose your own adventure story. I love those. Did anybody love those books growing up? I love choose your own adventure stories. Meaning that you are the hero of your life. Like nobody is meant to step in and save you. It's about me guiding you and being your cheerleader and helping you to save yourself. And with that being said, the coaching that I do, Choose Your Own Adventure, is based on confidence. So some coaches are out here about, how to make money and how to get your perfect relationship. And I coach on the you. Because the thing is that if you are good with you and your confidence is high in you, everything else comes to your hand with ease. So I am about the adventure to your confidence. And it's very free flowing, and we get to choose, or you get to choose, what route you plan to take to begin to design your life. So, yeah. And Barry, yeah, whenever you're ready. So far, I have 1 month of coaching and then 3 months. That's the time frame that I work with, 1 or 3 months. And of course, readings and individual sessions and things like that. So that is what I am working on. Starting in December, my Clockwork Tea will be open, and that is the 3 month reading where I use Lenormand and some manifesting and tarot and other divination tools to kind of cast 3 months at a time. So it'll be open in December to begin to cast for January, February, and March of 2023. So just stay on the lookout for those.
Very nice. So I put all my links as always. We put our virtual tip jars in there, and if you feel led, feel free to drop something there, but don't feel pressured. One of the best ways you can support us is like us, follow us, retweet us, subscribe to our things, and just share what's going on. I did put my on-demand workshops for dream interpretation, animal communication, and numerology for everyday life. I put those in there. And then I also put the next Psychic Shenanigan 2 weeks from tonight, November 28th. If you go there and you say, I'm going to be there, you can add it to your calendar. If we have to change it or update it, or we need to message it, then you'll get an update, which is kind of cool. So that way you don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to think too much, because it'll remind you. But yeah, any final questions, comments, or thoughts? I hope all is well with you guys. Before, I think we were talking about, not many people were here. It's going to be a cold winter. We already had some flurries. Who was it? Who was the first person on? Was it Brenda? No, was it Brenda who had some New Mexico? No, was it? I think it was Brenda. Was it Brenda? North New Mexico was having 5 inches of snow. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a chilly winter. Even Florida may get snow this year, which would be crazy. Oh, Barry, you're leading some meditation classes at work next couple of months. That's wonderful. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So, all right. Well, let's bring tonight to a close. And I will say, V, I see you rapidly typing, so I'm going to draw this out just a little bit more. So I'll keep on talking. Trisha, keep us updated if you find anything out. If you get like a lead or a hit or whatever, you can message me for sure. And I
There we
can
go.
tap in again if anything else, pops up. Send like a picture or any information you have, and I'll tap in remote viewing and see if I pick up anything else. But yeah, I would hit up next door to see and put a picture and just kind of say, hey, everybody, if you see this vehicle, email me here, and go from there. So, all right, I will say, beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me sees and recognizes the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you, or otherwise, namaste.
And I say, namaste.
All right, good night, everybody. See you in 2 weeks, if not sooner.
Night, guys.